Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Buckeyes will put toe to leather and will get started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Line gets set. First down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Really good job to pick up a...
by the running back.
They can get it out to the 39-yard line. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And they'll knock him down. Ohio State pulled out a classic and won close over the Wolverines last season.
Yeah, it's so nice to know you got a team that in the biggest moments, in the game, the huge rivalry game, your big game of the year, they can come up clutch and make those big plays. Ohio State did a year ago.
Going for it all. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And the returner is stopped. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Across the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Davis will throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
They're bringing heat. And the defense, got him at the 27. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, woof, that would be a fun day.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Quarterback adapting. He'll let one go down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He uncorks one deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Grabbed behind the line, it's Stewart. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT, it's kind of like a punt.
And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Quick handoff. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Davis looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. Usually, you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more in the money. But this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
He unleashes a long one. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one up.
Running back searching for a hole. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Davis will throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. Guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Pocket throws toward the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Sayin. He'll try to do it himself. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football where running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split him out, keep him at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
4 wide receivers spread across the field on 2nd and inches. He'll take a shot. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
Makes the grab. It's Odom. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Unleashes to the end zone. And that pass is intercepted.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit.
Time to take a shot. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Man, oh man, these offenses just haven't been able to find any room to get things going, David.
And to quote the great philosopher, Reese Davis, this is very ungood. Just nothing working for this offense, Palmer. They got to find something.
Well, the plays look good against the scout team during the week in practice, but they have just not been able to find a rhythm against this defense today.
2nd down after that incompletion. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He leaves it with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Davis looking to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Makes one-man miss.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a really nice throw. You think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go. He's playing at a high level.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Ball in the air, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Motion from the offense. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quick strike complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Davis will throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Wolverines are on the move. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They'll give it to him again. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Michigan!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Northwestern. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle. It's Nelson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking to throw it again. Takes a shot. Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field. You're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Davis looking to pass. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and late in this ball game.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up to go for two. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the two-point try. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Looking for a productive play on first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Davis will throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Hit the afterburners, kid. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Running back goes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Getting some heat. A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Ohio State. A great catch and run for 6. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Quarterback checking off. Davis looking to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And on the interception return, he'll finally be stopped at the 33.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover, You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
This offense has a second down play. He'll take another shot here. Makes a connection. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Davis will throw. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
From the gun, give on the inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver shows motion. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and could